With me here in studio is Korir, who is one of the affected homeowners there in Korir. Thanks for joining us this evening.
Thank you
and
much,
paint
Lilian.
a picture for us on exactly what happened. You're one of the affected homeowners there. Your home value, the value of your home when you settled there, and indeed, the process of acquiring the land.
Thank you very much, Lilian. I bought the land in 2002 and from a rancher called Sane. Sane is actually the exact opposite, who SGR also passes his land. And I put up a home. That's where my children grew up. They are now grown up. The last one is attending college. And what happened yesterday, okay, I bought the land through due process. I have the title for the land in the name of Korir. And we developed the property together with my wife. And that is the home my children know. Yeah, for all those years.
And in terms of the land acquisition, I'll just take you back to that question. Was it ever painted? Was it ever portrayed to you, or was it ever communicated to you that there would be an SGR that would be running through your home or near your home?
Yeah, not at the time when I was purchasing the land. This happened about 2 years ago when the land was surveyed and it was gazetted by government that land parcel number 29202 was going to have a rail pass through it. That was when it was gazetted and valuations were done for that matter. And we were waiting to be compensated so that we move out.
So a number of the affected homeowners say they were not given notice. Is that the same case with you?
Absolutely. Actually, no notice was given. I would talk about my case, and similarly those whom I've met and interacted with. I have 3 neighbors who never received any communication from Kenya Railway Corporation. I mean, communication has either to be in writing, in whatever manner. It never came.
Although there has been a back and forth that some people refused the compensation that was awarded to them prior to this demolition. What exactly is the truth on all of this?
There may have been people who challenged the valuation, but it should have been treated on case-by-case basis, so that individuals who are not having challenges accepting the awards would have been compensated.
In your case?
I never challenged any compensation, any award myself. Yeah, apparently several of my neighbors who have no issues again regarding their compensation have also had their property accessed into. Yeah. So
the properties were valued. You were to be compensated. Was any amount ever given to you or any of your neighbors?
No. No amount was given to me. There were attempts to do what is called early entry. Early entry means you allow access to the contractor to walk in, but that again may create challenges. So in my view was that we require full compensation so that we move out of the property. Yeah.
And in terms of the landowners that have been affected, you are a community that I'm sure interacts regularly. How many people do you know have been affected exactly at this point?
I know not less than 10 people have had their properties demolished. My immediate 3 neighbors, one does water for the community, it's called Washira, and there's a lady who has not developed her plot, whose access now has had to be acquired compulsorily. Yeah.
So this has happened, at least 10 families have been affected. The question is, going forward, what has been communicated to you as regards resettlement?
Sorry to take you back. It extends all the way through Mericho, and I'm actually advised that there are challenges even to those who are within the neighborhood on how their houses behave. I mean, there are cracks extending up to where there's a tunnel. Those who are above the tunnel have challenges, and nobody seems to want to address them, so to speak.
Right. In terms of resettlement, what has been communicated to you?
None at all. None at all, not at the moment, even in terms of compensation. I was in NLC this morning, and we were advised to go back on Monday.
You were advised to go back on Monday. So, yeah. I mean, we're talking about 10 families that, have been caught unawares.
More than 10, yeah.
So for you, where is your family in terms of resettlement? Where are you now?
My family and the extended family are in the cold, particularly my extended family. My immediate ones are fairly grown-ups, and of course I can always look for where to get shelter myself. Yeah. Yeah. So the rest of the family members are in the cold. If you watched the demolitions, in some of the places, people were removing beddings from their homes because ideally there was no notice from the party that was the contracting party. There was no notice that you need to move. I think the Land Acquisition Act is very clear on the compensation process, and even the vesting of land to governments. There have to be adequate notices. Yeah.
And it is a developing story. Simeon Korir, we thank you so much for your time. We are highlighting the case of families and homeowners in Korir area of Kajiado County, where bulldozers moved in this morning and flattened homes to pave way for the SGR. There seems to be a back and forth as regards compensation. Most of the homeowners saying they were not given a notice, and still unclear as regards compensation. It is a developing story that Citizen TV will stay with. And in other news,